Can you break down EMP and what it does?
So, high altitude electromagnetic pulse is a phenomenon that occurs when a nuclear weapon is detonated in the exoatmosphere. What happens is it produces this pulse, E1, E2, and E3. E1 is a very fast pulse. The electrons off those atoms are stripped and moved towards Earth in a matter of nanoseconds. And they couple into small conductors, like all these wires. That short wavelength can couple into that and damage what's on the other end. That's the E1 part of the pulse. The effect of E2 is much like natural lightning. It takes place in a fraction of a second, but most critical infrastructure is protected against natural lightning. And then E3, the last part of the pulse, is very similar to solar weather. When that nuclear blast takes place, electromagnetic energy is induced into the crust of the Earth, travels right up through the bottom of that transformer, through the ground wire, and down those transmission lines, and fries what's on the other side. Catastrophic damage.
All the electronics in your home, radios, your laptops, hard drives, vehicles that are dependent on electricity, all that stuff will be destroyed.
Potentially, right? What you can do is if you have critical things that you know need to survive, you can protect them. Night vision goggles, hard drives, or computers that have data on them that's going to be super important. Those things can be shielded. I'm assuming it has a Faraday bag, right?
Yeah.
So these are all simple things that can be used for the types of assets that you may have to protect. That bag right there, that's going to protect against the E1 part of that pulse.
So just so everybody knows, I don't have a relationship with this company. It's silent, but I know from using their gear, they have really good gear. And they were kind enough to send this to us to show. This is like a bag, like a Faraday bag. And so anything that would be in this bag would be protected from the EMP.
You see on the inside that metallic lining, and so that would protect and shield against that E1 part of the pulse.
Laptop case, fanny packs for your phone. And this is a...
So that's a waterproof Faraday bag.
Waterproof Faraday bag,
man,
Cascade bag.
It looks like awesome gear.
Yeah, it's great gear.
So yeah, you fill that with your critical electronics, and that's going to be a layer of protection. You take that thing and you stick it inside a box like that, and that's another layer, right? So you can nest these things, and the more you nest them, the more resilient they're going to be to that E1 pulse.